This is Brandon Despia. Thank you so much for watching the channel and having a conversation with me over here just about Branded Despia and how much we love the deck. And I hope that this channel has helped inspire you to play the deck a little bit more. Especially now that we know that 2 Branded Fusion will be available to us starting on the 15th of September thanks to the recently released banned and limited list. But you also know what that means. More people will be cooking and talking about branded combos, and today I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be reacting to a recent video by RaulTCG, and he has a new combo guide post Doom of Dimensions that's coming very soon, and we're going to be getting access to a very brand new DracoTail monster. Let's see what kind of combos he cooks up. I very much enjoy watching Raul do combos and talk about more creative ways to use the branded engine. So I'm just gonna react to it and post and say a comment here and there and see what he comes up with. So without further ado, if you like more reaction content from me regarding branded combos or anything branded related, just let me know. I'm just kind of trying things here and there and seeing how it goes. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Raul, what do you have for us today?
Hello, what's up guys? Back with a new video. I'm like,
hello,
today,
Raul.
I'm gonna show up like some combos of like the post Doom. So there's a lot that
post Doom combos.
And you know what?
So the fact that he has one branded fusion here probably means he's gonna first show off the a Fallen of Albaz plus DracoTail Frixel combo, and we'll see how that deviates into things in just a moment.
So this combo, I'll just use Branded Fusion only.
Okay.
So I go Branded Fusions and albaz and the
makes sense.
Frixel, the new one.
Frixel, okay.
No effect Albion, just...
What? Oh. Okay, so before Doom of Dimensions, or at least access to Frixel, what you would typically do is, this is typically how the Red Albion line looks, and you have an end board that can go into something like Branded Banishment, with a Branded Lost. You know, you have your Lubellion, Lubellion on the board that you can use with the Red Albion in the graveyard to make Light and Darkness Dragon Lord plus a Mirror Jade. So that's typically what the combo would be if we went with a Bestial Lubellion instead of a Frixel. So we'll see how this deviates.
DracoTail card. Then I'm gonna go Ketu for Lucaeus.
Okay. So clearly he wants to keep the Albaz and the Frixel in the graveyard to use later. Probably like a Secretarion or something. Yeah, there it is. It's a Secretarion on the board.
Actually, let me look like this. One reason we don't want to banish this Frixel here is because we're gonna need it in the combo. Because, yeah, you'll just see in a second. But you cannot banish. If you go for Sanctifier, you're ass.
There's no reason for going to the Sanctifier with just a specific setup, because what materials are you bringing back? What materials are you summoning with Sanctifier? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Also, what this will mean, however, guys, since he's only using one card in her hand, this will mean that if you are making a large branded deck, for example, like a 60 or maybe even 50, you're going to want to run 3 Albaz, in my personal opinion, and 3 of the Albion the Shrouded Dragon, so that it can count for the Albaz, and you're going to want to use your other cards to continue the combo into something like a Mirror Jade or even another monster, so you can get a second monster off of Albion. So he didn't go for the fusion here, but if you had other monsters available for other reasons, you could theoretically just fuse into that, and while keeping your Albaz and your Frixel on the board. So in future combos, I will be attempting this combo while trying to find a way to have alternative materials so I can keep the Frixel and Albaz on the board. I may even run 3 copies of the Bestial Lubellion, just so I have a higher chance of just simply going into a a branded lost, if that's the case.
If you go for Sanctifier, you're ass. Okay, that's just the gist of it. Then we go Famina.
Okay.
Lucaeus and Albion.
So this is Secretarion.
You go Lucaeus effect to set
Okay.
the Rahu. And you can notice we don't have a monster in hand, right? So like that's kind of.
Hold on a second. Let me see something here. When he sent the Frixel to the graveyard, did he use that? Just double checking here. Okay, he used it to get Ketu. Okay, so now he's getting Rahu. Understood.
Like the Arfline.
So he uses Rahu. He gets the. Let me just go. I think I skipped a little bit here.
Monster in hand, right? So like
Yeah.
that's kind of ass, but that's gonna be fixed in a second. So we go
Okay.
Secretarion, target the Frixel and the Albaz.
Put Albaz
Summon
back
the
in the
Frixel.
deck.
And if you don't know
Okay,
what this
which
card does,
Summons
especially
the.
summons like
Yep, and
another
bounces back
Dracotail
the
from your graveyard,
Famina.
and
Okay.
then on resolution.
And then he can use
bounce
the
one
Rahu to make
trigger.
another monster like an
So I'm
Artholion.
gonna special the 5 mana. And
Okay.
add it back to my hand. So I have a monster again.
Rahu.
And now activate the Rahu.
And you said the
Now
red
I
dragon
send
to the
5 mana and
graveyard. Oh,
Urgula. Take the
Urgula.
Arfline.
Urgula. Nice.
Now we're chaining one Arfly, target Famina. Chaining 2 Urgula to
Nice.
set. Chaining
So he
2
gets the
Famina to
traps
set.
here. Oh, he gets Famina
And I go
again.
Urgula at Lucaeus.
And he adds Lucaeus with the Urgula.
And then
Very
in the end
nice.
phase, I'm basically able to set the banishment. So this is like.
And he sets banishment. So, wow. Okay. So, by the looks of it, he has access to Light and Darkness Dragon Lord anyway. Which is really neat. He has another DracoTail for material later on, which is really cool. He has an Artholion, which I'm not sure what he's going to do with that. I guess he can use the Fuse Away for something. What else can he do here? Oh, that's right. The banishment could. Well, I mean, he could go into like a number of dragon monsters, fusion monsters off of this. So let's see what he does.
So this could also be played in like Pure DragonTail when Branded Fusion comes back to free, because this.
Yeah, this is a good justification for even in pure DracoTail, having Branded Fusion now. And what this will do to the pure DracoTail build is make it a lot stronger. Because you're going to have a much higher end board, and now they're forced to Ash Blossom the Branded Fusion instead of holding it for your Rahu and Ketu. Yeah, that's actually very scary. Wow. Huh. Okay.
It's like a really solid end board, right? Is this kind of what like DragonTail
100%.
wants to do? And it's also nice for like.
So you can still run like all your hand traps, and then maybe just like run one copy of Fallen to Albaz, 2 Branded Fusion, and I guess maybe you could run the Branded Banishment if you want to. I think you should probably run Branded Banishment in this case. That actually giving very interesting, giving a DracoTail deck, a pure DracoTail deck, access to Light and Darkness Dragon Lord along with whatever you got, whatever else you want to do, seems very good. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds very, very appealing.
Branded, because you're still like able to get to the Cartesia, you're still able to get to the other stuff, and I'll show you now. So
Okay.
let's say
So this is
with
Lad.
the Light and Darkness Dragon Lord, you can like go banishment, banish these 2, and then make.
And a lot of people have not been playing Lad much anymore, which I understand a little bit. I think it might return. I think the consistency hits to our opposition make it less likely that a little less likely that they'll be able to extend past a Lad, and then there's no rule that says you have to automatically make this as soon as your opponent's turn starts. If you're playing the pure variant or closer to pure variant, you can just hold off on this until you've used your hand traps in your hand, because this was a 1-card combo, by the way, and he +1 while having all this, +1 in the hand while having all this. So you can theoretically use your hand traps, and then you can go into a banishment to make your Lad. If they try to stop it with call by, you have a spell negate, you have a bounce over here if you need to use it. And it's not like this trap over here has to be directly chained to the spell. If it's on the field, which I believe that's the case, that's also makes it pretty awesome. And then obviously when if they kill the lad, you get a dragon from your graveyard if you had any.
The Light and Darkness.
But this is basically the fusion version of Appaloosa is how I do it.
And then you just reborn.
What the heck? That's funny. That's funny. So we can use this. Wow, this is actually very interesting. And the reason why is because now you can wait for your opponent to do something. You can wait for your opponent to make their plays, right? And especially now with the current ban list, you can see what line they're going into, and then you can go Branded Banishment into this card and choke off and cut off their and cut them off in their extra deck before they're able to do it after they've already committed to a certain line. So let's say, for example, I do this combo, and then my opponent goes normal summon, or they play Fiendsmith Tract or whatever, and then they get the level 1 Light Fiend out. The only card they're gonna go into is, you know, the Fiendsmith's Requiem, so I can theoretically go into Branded Banishment and make this, and then just banish the one copy of their Requiem, and then just and then not have to worry about it anymore. That's kind of funny. By the way, the one reason why Moon is so important, it just makes it a little bit easier, harder for decks to not only it makes it a little bit harder for decks to go into the Fiendsmith engine, but it makes it harder. It makes it easier for your opponent to prevent them going into it in the first place. So, but anyways, I like this. This is fun. This is a fun way to do it, and he's gonna probably banish something like a wait. This is he's running a 60 cards. This is Branded DracoTail. So he's probably going to get like Mercourier here, right? And then Mercourier.
Banish all 3 and then make the.
Oh my God, he has a light monster on the board, so he can go Mercourier. I should stop talking.
So you go affect the extra deck.
Mercourier, yep.
One from your deck.
Okay, Cartesia by Mina fuse into.
And then at any moment, your opponent activates like Joko and Izuna and what else? Holisu, like whatever, Faimena, like, you know.
Huh.
You just chain the.
Go to Granguignol.
Chain the Faimena fusing the Frixo and the Cartesia.
Yeah.
Make the Granguignol, then you get both triggers.
You can banish this, get the Quem, while also dumping a monster. The Albaz he put back in the deck, he can use Quem to put it back into the graveyard, and the Granguignol can put like Rinbroom,
like,
and now he has access to Mirror Jade lines. That's
like,
funny.
I can also decide to buy first,
that's kind of funny.
This back for follow-up. Now new chain I go.
And now you gotta remember, guys, this is off of just one Branded Fusion. So when if you hear someone say Branded Fusion 2 isn't that big of a deal, show them this video, because this is a lot that you're able to do off of just one card. Just one. So, and in this situation, we still have like 4 other cards in our hand, I believe. This is one hell of a combo, Raul. This is very nice. I like this a lot. Very big brain.
Quem 1 to send Quem 2 to Reborn or Cartesia.
Yeah.
And I switch it around because, like, maybe the Cartesia might be better in hand.
And I believe I think he mentioned, let's see, he does have the trap. Because if you want to be extra big brained, I think he mentioned it, I'm not sure. If you want to be big brained, you can put the Quem in attack position, so that if they try to stop it with some type of targeted negation from sending the Albaz to the graveyard, then what you can do is use your DracoTail trap to bounce your attack position Quem to save it, and I don't know, use his material for something else later. I don't know. Very insane. And I think he's using. Did he use the Quem? Oh my God. He used the Quem, the special summon the Cartesia from the graveyard, because Rinbroom went to the graveyard. Oh my God. This is so layered.
Let's follow up. Then albaz summon like just an example, right? Like
This is an example. Yeah, he can use the albaz for fusion material off the opponent's board. Or it gives him the option to just simply, whenever he feels like it, get the albaz, then use the Cartesia to make something. So that's, and what that does is that means he doesn't have to discard a card if he doesn't want to for albaz's effect. My goodness, that gives you, so what this combo does, not only is it really awesome to see happen, what it does, it gives you the option into going into various directions at the same time. And you're more in control of the result of the line instead of just like a straightforward scenario, right? That can be much more easily stopped. Very cool. Going to Philia Regis off of using. Hold on a second. Let me see. What did he do here?
Then albaz summon like just.
He used the Frixel, I believe, right? Is that what he did?
Reborn of Cartesia. And I switch it around because like maybe the Cartesia might be better in hand. Let's follow.
Oh, the Frixel's already in the graveyard.
Then albaz summon like just an example, right? Like whatever if you play your opponent plays Yummy or whatever, you just make this.
Wait, how did he do that? Let me see here. He had a Lucas in the hand.
Cartesia might be better in hand.
So this comes out due to the effect of Ringbrum. This is on the field due to the effect of Quem, after this was sent to the graveyard in the first place. Oh. He's discarding it for cost to super poly someone's board. Okay, that's why I didn't use it before. This is an example, that's why. So let's say they have a light monster, you're playing against Yummy or something like that. You fuse and make this.
Example, right? Like whatever.
Excuse me. Okay. Chain of Fuse. Oh, wow.
Still have, like,
so he has Philia Regis and Mirror Jade. My bad. Hold on a second, guys. I just screwed up my board here. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So he chained Cartesia to the effect of Albion, and we have a. Oh yeah, because he had this. So the Cartesia is making Philia Regis, and then the red Albion's making Mirror, right?
Yummy or whatever, you just make this, and then you still have like double banish.
Now I like this a lot. You saw how he kept the red Albion in the graveyard through that. This was a lot. That was a lot of interruption. You know what I mean? That was very crazy.
So that's like really good, and then you have like still the horn and the flame. So it's like an extra deck rip, horn flame, Regis, Mirror Jade, and crazy follow up. So like that's still good. It's for only one branded fusion with no edit cards whatsoever.
That's absolutely insane. And the worst part about it, like he said, you have 4 cards at least in your hand. You're going to be drawing 2 off the traps. So you could potentially make a DracoTail branded build go absolutely. This kind of goes further beyond. This is absolutely wild. And the best part, one of the best things I like about this combo is that he used the same. I believe he used the same. Let me see here. No, okay, so yeah, this does require 2 of the red Albion. You probably should be running 2 red Albion anyway. All right, this is cool. I love it.
Now I'm going to show you a second combo. It's going to be Fuelos, Fusion Deployment, and Frixel. So I'm just going to go Fusion Deployment.
Okay, so Cartesia, not surprising.
I'm going to use Cartesia effect, use it Frixel, Chinook 1, Chinook 2.
Grand Guignol.
Sarner.
Another thing people don't talk about, Frixel allows you to make Grand Guignol, which is naturally an anti-Nibiru card, while also going into your DracoTail line and chain blocking the effect of your Grand Guignol.
Sarner send Retribution, activate Ramu, send both 5 mana and Fua. And then we go chaining 1 Arfline to the 5 mana, chaining 2 5 mana.
So you said Bishop
I always send Rahu sends 5 mana here. is my rule is if I don't start Katu or if I don't start with Lucius or whatever,
Okay.
I want 5 mana to hit the grave first, so I always get her like set effect, and I just think that's way better to do it like that.
Yeah, because then the next time you have a chance to fuse, then you would send the Urgula and get this back in your hand, or another opportunity to do so if for some reason this gets stopped, right? I'm assuming.
So I set the Katu, activate the Katu, add Lucaris, summon Lucaris, add Urgula.
There you go. There's the
5
Urgula.
mana effect, using Lucaris and the Urgula, making Secretarial.
Secretarion, yeah.
Now we use both effects to set both the traps.
Yep. That's
And
good
now
to
I
me.
go Secretarion to Reborn, either one. Could be
Oh! He's going to go into, you know, I think at this point, guys, it seems like it's really a good idea to run the Trishula, huh? This is triple dragon right here, guys. You know what's about
Sariner for this example. And now, even if I get nipped, even if my opponent decided to go Izuna, trying to go into Nationite and then like eating up the Secretarion so I cannot go into Trish, I still have Granules and Quem, and then Quem send the Branded Fusion to get Brand.
Yeah, so what this does, it puts your opponent in a really terrible situation. If they nib this board, like if the person doesn't nib the board now, you're going to go into an extra deck rip plus a link into the Branded Fusion line through the Trishula. If they do nib here, then the Granguignol is going to banish itself from the graveyard since the nib special summon itself using a monster effect, its own effect. To get the Quem, send Branded Fusion to the graveyard, and then you use the Retribution to get it back in your hand. You get Branded Fusion anyway. And now they have to deal with that post-nib. So it puts your opponent in a really, really bad position. It basically means nib does nothing. What this combo means is nib does nothing. You can go full throttle and not care about nib, not even a little bit. I like this line a lot. And, by the way, he still has his 2 traps already. And he's going to get the Urgula to his hand. And if they nib him, he's getting the Cartesia back to his hand as well. This is a fun combo.
Branded Fusion access anyways, so like those cards don't really matter here.
Yep, and
So
then
I
you
go
get
Trish,
Albion the
here,
Shredded Dragon, right?
Shrouded
Yep.
Fusion. I'm just gonna, for this example, gonna draw into the Fuel.
And a +1 draw.
Then
That's
Retribution
cool.
for Branded Fusion.
Yeah, that's fun, right?
Urgula at Famino. Branded Fusion.
And now he
Go
goes into the
Albion.
regular red Albion line, gets himself the loss, gets himself Branded Banishment. Now he has, okay, this is a lot.
Mirror Jade. Some of the
This is a lot,
Rebellion plays
guys.
the Lost, you know.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna use Jade effect, banish the Tiny Cloud, so I can like in end phase still get the Clem on board.
Yep, and get the
Quem
Cartesia in your
some
hand.
Albaz.
Quem puts the Albaz back in
Albion at
there.
the
You get
opening.
this. Get Branded Opening. Branded Opening, huh?
Luber.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He can use the Branded Opening during the end phase. Now, I thought maybe he was going to go into a Branded Banishment line, which you could do here. But he wants to get the Quem on the board. So he banishes the Lubellion, which would have been used for that purpose, to make something like a lad, if you want to. But he's going to banish it to get access to Branded Opening.
Sure.
And what does he do with that?
Red.
He gets Branded in red. He's going to play Branded in
Activate
red.
red turret Albaz.
Okay,
And I
Albaz.
banish these two, make Lubellion. I'll
Lubellion.
switch it here in a second, but this is supposed to be an attack. Just so
Yeah, this is supposed to be an attack, so he can. So you see, mentioning it as well. Use putting a monster in attack. Although he didn't. He just said it this turn.
in case I can horn it back if I needed to.
Yeah, but this is all turn 1, so you wouldn't be able to horn anyway. But okay, so now he triggered the loss during. This is all during the end phase, by the way. So what is he making with
Quest
this?
to reborn the Cartesia, and
Oh, wait a minute.
I didn't trigger Lost yet because in this build I only play 2 albaz. And I want to recycle the Mercurial and the albaz to make the Rin Drum. And then on the...
I personally am going to make it 3 albaz on my side. Just for that specific reason you just mentioned. Like, you can do this and run 2 Merit and 2 albaz. The reason why I'm running multiple copies is so if in my other cards in my hand, because these are all 1 or 2 card combos, I have access to the albaz already. It gives me more versatility into being able to go into different lines while still getting what I mean. I have more resources in the graveyard because I would put like an albaz in the graveyard somehow, for example.
Fusion summon of Rin Drum, then I'll decide to do Lost to Search. I just think that's a bit better.
Uses Lost to get the albaz, which is pretty much takes care of that. Rin Broom. It depends on the matchup, right? Because obviously, if you're playing against, VS, I don't know how much Rin Broom helps. If your opponent does a monster effect, but this is helping him recycle while getting access to Branded Lost.
And yeah, this is the end where it's.
Now, what does this do for him? The Fine Mina is in his hand with a Fallen of Albaz, so now he can go into any Fallen of Albaz fusion from the hand while triggering the Branded Lost. He can this also lets him move some pieces off the board, so he can have Quem special, activates effect to bring back a monster from the graveyard. He has also Cartesia on the board, so now he can use the Cartesia after the Mirror Jade uses effect. To take that and fuse it into, let's say, for example, a second Granguino, opening a spot to let the Quem special summon the Mirror Jade.
Loki, really good, or just like Cartesia and like the new girl.
Yeah, man, and then he could, so yeah, he has a lot of options here. What this combo also does, if you ran the lock, for example, and the second copy of Granguino, this lets you go into Granguino as well. The second Granguino is obviously going to send the Ido, and you can go into the lock off of that as well. This one's a little iffy only because it obviously is matchup dependent if you're talking about using it against your opponent, for example. But a lot of people do run extra deck monsters worth having this out for, like the DracoTail matchup does, for example. So this isn't actually too bad of an option. And if they're foolish enough to kill it, get it off the board, then you have Albaz Resurrection do its effect, and then you can just poly away their monster. So, very nice.
Really good, or just like Cartesia and like the new girl. So yeah. Okay, and now we have just.
I just love it because I love that combo because of the damned if you do, damned if you don't mentality of Nibiru, right? This basically just says, whether you Nibiru me or not, you also better have an Ash Blossom for my Branded Fusion, so it doesn't matter.
Oliver and any monster in hand. So normal swim, Oliver, Branded Fusion.
Okay, seems pretty straightforward.
That Frixel, no Oliver effects, Albion effects still, of course.
Okay.
You want to keep the Frixel in grid.
Oh, let me go back a little bit. Okay, he has an extra monster in his hand. So that'll be used for the Rahu.
That Frixel,
okay.
No Oliver
Rahu.
effects.
Fualos keeps the Albion on the board. No effect, he says. Fimina goes to the graveyard, makes Artholion. Artholion's going to bounce.
Yeah, okay, if you wait, one second.
And
if you did have another discard, you could make Lubarian into Jade, that's fine. Okay, I think that's fine.
Yeah, of course. We're just talking about I totally get that, and I think I mentioned it earlier that if they had more cards in their hand, this is all one card, then they can feasibly still do Lubellion to Mirror Jade or something else and have this on the board. So.
But then this card was supposed to be a dragon, so just keep in mind. Let's say this is a dragon.
What?
Then you're good. Then you're good. That's fine.
Oh, so if that's like a Shroud, like Albion the Shrouded Dragon. Yeah, for example, yeah. I plan on maxing out on all my Dark Dragons when I play my 60 card Branded DracoTail for reasons like this, right? And I think most people are going to run one Frixel as well. So I don't know if people are, if anyone's changed their mind on it. Let me know in the comments below.
Okay, now do the same shit with like the Rahu.
Okay. Urgula, Fusion Summon.
And now I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna hard make Trishula here.
No, you didn't. Hold on a second. He said he's gonna hard make. See, this is why I watch. This is why I like watching Raul combo videos. Okay. So he has a Find Mina in his hand. He's going to. He's catching to get Urgula. He's already. Did he used his normal summon for Aluber, so obviously going for Lucius makes no sense. So he's gonna fuse Dragon. Wow. Okay.
And now I'm gonna.
I actually like this better.
I'm gonna hard make Trishula here.
Instead of just banishing them for Trishula.
Okay. Chain 2 Orgla. Banish the Mercurier. And we kept the albaz in grave, so I can like now summon the Cartesia.
And now he. What the heck? Okay.
Orgla at 5 mana. Spec the Cartesia. I'm gonna use Cartesia effect.
Now you can fuse it.
Now new chains is going to be chaining 1 Granguignol, chaining 2 Orgla. I mean offline. Setting the Titan-Clad, going into Vente.
This goes back to the hand.
Cartesia.
Gets a Quem here.
Some Quem's and Albaz.
Sends Albaz.
Albion
This gets
add red.
Branded in.
Still
He adds
not
it.
done. Add Albaz. Here you have like two decisions you could make. You either make the Jade here and then Quem Reborn the Albion, so you can like 5 mana with Albion and Arthaline
for Regis.
Or you can do it in a different way.
Okay.
Where you just say like, I'm gonna send second card. And then you go red at Albaz, and then using the Trish and the Arthaline to make the Philia Regis. And then the Quem is gonna reborn the Cartesia. Both options are really solid. It's just like...
Yeah, because now you find Mina and Cartesia Fusion Enablers plus a back row card from probably the DracoTail Flame. And then this can get... most people run 1 Quem, so... If this gets banished, what does it get you? If you run 2 Quem, then it's cool. That makes sense to me. You can make a second Granguignol anyway, and put whatever monster you need to the graveyard. Actually, this gives you lock too. Did you realize that? So that also gives you a lock potential if you run that. I personally, my philosophy regarding the lock, by the way, is if it is a tool in your toolbox, and you don't need, like, just like with a toolbox, you don't need every tool every time you need to go make something or fix something or build something. But every once in a while, something will come up and you're going to be glad that you have it. So that's my philosophy on that. I, by the way, have not made Ido in a tournament in like a month. I still run in the deck.
What you want to do, or it's also dependent on the matchup, for example, which Regis might be better than like Jade. So yeah, that's basically been it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Very
I
interesting.
think 1 week before YCS Lille, I'm gonna like show off the crazy combos, because this is just like the basic.
Oh, so this is, yeah, that's right. These are basic combos, guys. You hear that? This is so fun. I love watching combo guides and videos. I normally don't react to them on my channel, but I think we can all agree. I just realized Raul only has 150 subscribers. That's not right. Everyone, make sure you subscribe to RaulTCG, please. And he just shows you a little bit of what Branded DracoTail can do once we get the new Frixel. I think this versatility, combined with the increase in consistency due to the second Branded Fusion and the consistency nerfs of our biggest competitors, I think this is Branded's best shot at really doing something really nasty. So looking forward to all you great players out there doing something with DracoTail with a little bit of Branded in there, or maybe you're just gonna go full throttle Branded DracoTail 60 card gas. Thank you for watching the video, and of course, have a great day.